Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel once again. Now, the Italian parliament has passed a decree on like a kind of control on how many people would enter Italy starting from, I think, February 2025. That is next year. Now, let's take a listen before I give you full details and break it down for your own understanding. Now, listen.
Dichiaro chiusa la votazione. Proclamo il risultato della votazione nominale con appello dell'articolo unico del disegno di legge di conversione con modificazioni del decreto legge 11 ottobre 2024 numero 145, nel testo approvato dalla Camera dei Deputati, sull'approvazione del quale il Governo ha posto la questione di fiducia. Presenti 166, votanti 165, maggioranza 83, favorevoli 99, contrari 65, astenuti 1. Il Senato approva. Restano pertanto preclusi tutti gli emendamenti e gli ordini del giorno riferiti al testo del decreto legge.
All right, guys, so that is it. That's the moment when the vote was passed. Okay, 99 people said yes to this very decree that has been passed now. Il Decreto Flussi elegge via libera del Senate, ok? Senato. Cosa cambia su migranti e centri in Albania? Now, don't also forget that the deal which Giorgia Meloni, who is the Prime Minister of Italy, had with Edi Rama, who is the Prime Minister of Albania, you know, to host migrants in a reception center in their country, has failed. Okay, it failed. It didn't work out the way they expected. So, and the Court of Cassation, sitting in Rome, said that it does not, work well with the European Union laws. So that's why they cannot allow migrants to be taken from Italy to Albania. Now, UK has done something similar, but it never worked. So that of Italy too, they have crippled it and it didn't work. So although Giorgia Meloni is looking for ways, to pull this stunt, which she has signed the agreement after all the millions of euros spent in building that very reception center. Today, it is lying empty there because they have cancelled that move of taking migrants to that place. The first set of people who were taken there were also returned to Italy after 4 days, if I'm not mistaken. Now, let's take a quick look at it. Now, with 99 yes, 65 no, and 1 abstention, the Senate gave the green light to the confidence requested by the government on the flow decree. The text is now law. It is a measure adopted annually by the Italian government to organize the entry of foreign workers from outside the European Union, a sort of regulation that establishes how many people can legally enter our country to work, both seasonally and permanently, based on the needs of the labor market. Now, this decree has several purposes. On the other hand, it responds to the need for manpower in sectors that are fundamental to the Italian economy, such as agriculture, tourism, and family care. On the other hand, it regulates legal migratory flows, trying to limit irregular migration and combat phenomena such as undeclared work and exploitation. In short, it serves to create a balance between the need of Italian companies and system capacity to welcome foreign workers. You see? Now, the Flow Decree 2025 provided for by Legislative Decree 145 of 2024 introduces some important innovations. The first concerns is the digitalization of procedures. From now on, everything will have to be done online, from the request for the authorization for the entry of foreign workers to the signing of the integration agreement, which will be completely digital. This will make the process faster and less complicated for companies and institutions. The text has just been approved and the NGOs are already whining. According to NGOs, this regulation aims to weaken the legal duty to report the presence of vessels in difficulty, and there are also fears that an attempt is being made to transform these same planes into instruments at the service of the Libyan Coast Guard's maritime interception. Now, one of the major disadvantages of this very bill that has been passed into law is that it is going to affect those what do you call them? All those non-governmental organization rescue ships like MSF, what do you call them? MSF, Sea-Watch, just name them. There are many that usually goes to the Mediterranean Sea to rescue immigrants crossing from either Tunis or Libya. That is what we're talking about in essence. Now, in addition to this, the punitive measures for the ships of the search and rescue NGOs provided for the Piantedosic decree are even more severe. First of all, although the duration of the first administrative detention of the ship can now be modulated between 10 and 20 days based on the severity of the violation, the ban on navigation is still prescribed pending the adoption of the Perfect Ordinance. This, in fact, adds further days of inactivity for the ship without the possibility of appeal. Now, furthermore, a repetition of the violation up to the previous 5 years triggers the tightening of the sanctions, not only if the repetition occurs by the same commander, but also by the same owner of the ship or the same ship owner. Now, this is a worsening rule of the current situation. It has happened several times. In fact, the NGO ships were stopped based on false declaration by the Libyan Coast Guard without even checking all the recordings of conversation and exchanges of emails and radios messages carried out by NGOs themselves. So this very decree that has just been passed now is not going to be favorable to the rescue operations on the Mediterranean Sea. What does that mean? It means that this rescue work by these non-governmental organizations is going to get more difficult. They are going to collect more sanctions. These rules are going to, further weaken their power in going out daily to rescue immigrants. Remember that there's a law, mandating the rescue operations to rescue only one boat at a time. But in most cases, 2 boats may be coming from Libya at the same time, this one here and the other one down there. So they have the duty to rescue the 2 boats at the same time. Now, what happens in this situation? When they rescue these 2 boats together and bring them to Italian shores, the Italian government will punish them by sanctioning them, seizing the boat for up to 20 days, and giving them a fine of either 10,000 euros or 20,000 as the case may be. So in this case, they are not going to be able to appeal this time around on these particular issues. Okay, so that is what they are going to be facing. Guys, I think I will leave it here, even though this article has a lot to do, but I just want to leave it here. Okay, let me see if there's any other thing very important that I need to point out from this article. Nothing much, nothing more. It's just the same thing. But this means that immigration is going to be very tough in 2025, right? Since the decree has become a law right now at the Senate. So guys, if you want to send money to Nigeria, please don't forget to use tap send to do that very transaction. The good thing is that if you use my promo, you are going to get £15 for those in UK, 15 euros for those in Europe, $30 for those in Canada and USA, and 75 AED for those in Dubai. All you have to do is to use my promo code type it in capital letters. Thank you and share.